Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, you've already seen the pictures of it, and you already know the words I'm going to use, but Tuxedo Black with white stripes is sexy on a 69 Super Sport Camaro. This obviously is the whole nother level. You pull up to any fine dining place, sailboat with a balcony, right? All the Rolls Royce walked around saying with your clenched teeth, hello. You pull up in this car, man, polished redneck like myself, okay? I am rolling deep. Everybody wants to talk to Uncle Tony because I'm driving something that they wouldn't even know how to get, how to play with, how to enjoy, and that's why you're watching this video. So we're gonna figure a way to do that for you. What I wanna do is start with the paint right now, all right? This right here is really nice paint. I'm trying to make it so you can see it really well in the lights. Look how the words are all nice and crisp there, okay? An important part of this is the fact that this right here is clear coated. I can barely even feel the stripes on the car. And the reason why that's important, because as you're washing and waxing this car, you don't want to be tearing the stripes over time, because that's exactly what will happen. You have to restripe the car and do all that stuff, and it's expensive. They're painted correctly around the grills like that, okay? New bumpers, stainless, call outs for the engine, all right? Inside here, power disc brakes like they're supposed to be, all right? Rally wheels, BFG Radial TAs. This is a mean looking car, it really is. This has some upgrades to it, so the engine's been beefed up a little bit. It's not a stock 350, all right? The frame has been connected underneath, nice, tastefully done. Most people wouldn't even notice. I noticed it, but I like it because these are unibody cars. It makes them ride even better, all right? The rear end's in it, a 12 bolt like it's supposed to be, all right? And maybe it'll chirp some gears down the road. I wouldn't know that personally because I would never do that, of course. Full disclaimer, never. But perhaps once you get it, you could call back and say, hey, you were right, it does chirp some gears down the road. All right, so let's keep on rolling around here. So what you want to be looking for is things like the fitment at the bottom of these doors. All right, the bottom of these doors in Camaros are notorious for not fitting well, especially if quarter panel has been put on and is not done correctly, all right? Original body panels look great. This right here, come back up here and we'll be even harder on the car and we'll do the roof paint. Whoops, sorry, let me get that ready for you. We'll do the roof paint on there and look how crystal clear that is, man. That is nice, all right? Back here as we roll around, front and rear spoilers. I make sure every car has one. I think they look great. If you don't like it, we can always take it off, but I think they look really good. Again, clear coated on the trunk here. Come on back around here. New chrome, stainless, SS callouts, correct tips on the car. This is why this car looks so good. Pulled up in some parking lot and you walk out and you go, wow, that is really good looking. A lot of times people say, wow, that's a great looking car, but they never really know why it's a great looking car. For instance, the stripes. Stripes make these cars, they look great. The front and rear spoilers add that little bit of touch. The gills on the side add a performance kind of shark feature to the vehicle. Like those are the gills of the Predator. The Predator, all right? This is stainless exhaust as well, so it's polished, it looks nice, it'll stay that way for a long time. And as you roam around the car, we keep going around the car, you can see how people can understand why it's sexy. And again, back here, we're back to that part where the door fits really well, all right? Camaro SS callouts like they're supposed to. Just a wonderful, wonderful looking car, all right? All right, so you may want to go to a car show, show your little baby off, or you may just want to have some friends over and they're going to ask you all the time to pop the hood and you want it to look like this, all right? You want it to be painted correctly, the orange like it's supposed to. Valve covers on it. Cowl induction air cleaner, because now we have a cowl induction hood on here, right? Everything's detailed, the clamps look nice, battery topper on here, all right? Power steering, which you forgot to ask me about whether it had it or not, that's an important feature. Power disc brakes, you definitely want that too. Now that all those features didn't come standard on a Super Sport. The only thing that came standard in those things I talked about was disc brakes. Power disc brakes were optional and power steering was optional too. All right, have you ever been impressed by a trunk before? How about if for the first time I take you to a trunk and you go, wow, that's a really nice trunk. Well, I'm gonna show you why it's a really nice trunk. Are we ready? Come on up here and check this out. All hidden up in here, and if you don't want it, we can certainly take it out for you. Subwoofer, all right. Amps, Alpine amps, Alpine head unit up front. This guy loved music, I love music, so it doesn't hurt my feelings when I see an upgraded stereo in here. If you wanted to, what we could do is take the digital sound system and hide it in the glove box, okay? And then we would just put a stock radio in the dash. That way the interior looks all stock and you'd have killer tunes all the way throughout the car and no one would know. That's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. And so that would make that easy to happen. All right, so come on in here where you're gonna spend your time. One great view of these cars is the way the cowl hood comes up and rises up to the windshield. When you're going, you just feel like you're in a muscle car, all right? Here's the upgraded stereo I was talking about. All right, so the console here and console gauges, I think add 50% to the interior of the car. You say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, let me tell you what the big deal about that is. First off, you have to get the correct shifter in here. You have to get the console. You have to line everything up. You have to get the gauges. You have to get the wiring harness for the gauges. You have to wire up all the sensors for the gauges so that they work, right? You move the gas gauge out of there. You move it over to here, and it looks really, really nice. So I think that once you do that in a car, it definitely sets the car apart from all the rest. Throw in a black interior, the killer sound system we talked about, and this is really meant for cruising. All right, so we want to talk a little bit about the stereo real quick, okay? So tweeters in the door, mid-range is right there. They're painted black so you can't even really see them. 6x9s in the rear, subwoofer in the trunk. This stereo rocks. It rocks. Motor sounds great too, so I'm not sure which one makes better music. Rolling down the road in third gear on the highway or the tunes blaring out of here, but regardless, you got a 100% chance of having some fun. All right, so to close up, listen man, we're talking about a Tuxedo Black 69 Camaro Super Sport. 12 volt, power disc brakes, power steering. It's ridiculous looking. I don't need to say one more word about how great it's looking. That's why you're here looking at the video. Imagine just the difference between looking at the video and wheeling down the road in it yourself is really very simple to make happen, and we love to make that happen for you. So anyway, give us an opportunity. 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about the 69 Camaro and find a way to get it in your garage.